Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Bold and Beautiful Spoilers. Will Spencer explodes at Ivy Forrester, Dylan's dumpster drama, and Electra's ultimatum. The Bold and the Beautiful is heating up as sweeps roll into their final 2 weeks, and fans better buckle up because things are about to explode. Will Spencer is caught in the middle of a storm that pits the loyalty, love, and compassion against toxic manipulation. And at the center of it all, Dylan, Ivy Forrester, and Electra. This week promises emotional fireworks, shocking confrontations, and ultimatums that could change relationships forever. Let's break down what's coming and why it's one of the most dramatic arcs we've seen in a while. Will Spencer learns the truth about Dylan. When Will spotted Dylan working at Il Giardino, he was floored. The encounter wasn't just surprising, it was heartbreaking. Dylan, once full of promise, is now living in her car and struggling to survive. Will's protective instincts kicked in immediately, but Dylan tried to keep her distance. Why? Because Ivy Forrester had threatened her. Ivy told Dylan she had better never reveal what they discussed, and Dylan tried to honor that. But Will pressed for answers, demanding the truth. Finally, Dylan cracked and admitted it's Ivy. That revelation sets the stage for a massive showdown. Now Will knows Ivy bullied Dylan into silence, and he's not about to let that slide. Ivy Forrester's toxic manipulation. Ivy has been waving red flags all week. She told Will and Electra to forget about Dylan, insisted Dylan should leave town, and practically ordered them to stop mentioning her name. Her behavior has been controlling, cruel, and way out of character. Fans are frustrated, and rightly so. Ivy's storyline feels twisted to fit Brad Bell's plot mechanics rather than staying true to her history. Instead of the graceful, layered character we've known, she's suddenly a villain, snooping, trespassing, and accusing Will of inappropriate behavior. Her new favorite word? Inappropriate. She's using it to paint Dylan as a threat and Will as unfaithful, even though nothing improper has happened. It's toxic, manipulative, and unfair. Electra's ultimatum. Electra is about to be pulled into Ivy's web. When Will brings Dylan back to the beach house, he texts Electra to join them. But if Ivy tags along, things will spiral fast. Ivy plans to reveal the truth about Dylan and Will, truth twisted by her spying and assumptions. Remember that innocent moment when Dylan fell into Will's lap while wearing ballet clothes? It looked saucier in the promo than it was in reality. Nothing happened, but Ivy is determined to spin it as scandalous. By the end of the week, Electra hits Will with an ultimatum: cut Dylan out of his life completely. For Will, who genuinely loves Electra but also feels protective of Dylan, this is devastating. If Electra believes Ivy over him, it could change how he sees her forever. Will's anger boils over. Will isn't going to take Ivy's accusations lightly. From his perspective, he's done nothing wrong. He fed Dylan when she was hungry, gave her a safe place to stay, and asked her to help babysit Hayes. That's kindness, not betrayal. So when Ivy accuses him of cheating or being inappropriate, Will may hit the roof. Expect him to kick Ivy out of his house and make it clear she's no longer welcome. He may even throw Electra's ultimatum back at her, insisting she doesn't get to dictate who lives in his home. This is Will's breaking point. He's tired of Ivy's spying, trespassing, and bullying. And he's horrified to learn Dylan was eating out of dumpsters just to survive. That revelation could push him to lash out even harder at Ivy and Electra for their judgmental behavior. Dylan's struggles highlight the stakes. Dylan's situation is heartbreaking. Homeless, hungry, and humiliated, she's been pushed to the margins by Ivy's threats. Fans were shocked to hear she resorted to dumpster diving for food. Remember the teriyaki chicken gate? Electra scolded Will for feeding Dylan leftovers. But now we see the truth. If Will hadn't shared that food, Dylan might have gone hungry. That makes Electra's judgment look cruel, and Will knows it. This storyline isn't just about romance, it's about compassion. Will sees Dylan's humanity, while Ivy sees scandal. That difference in perspective could fracture his relationship with Electra beyond repair. Katie's advice could change everything. Will may turn to his mom, Katie, for guidance. Katie has already said she thought Will's kindness toward Dylan was admirable. While it's unconventional to have Dylan staying at his house, Katie knows safety matters more than appearances. She may remind Will that Electra has lived a privileged life with few hardships, while Dylan is struggling to survive. That contrast could make Will question whether Electra truly understands compassion or whether she's two-faced to be trusted. The bigger picture, Brad Bell's writing choices. Fans are buzzing about how out of character Ivy feels right now. Many believe Brad Bell is forcing drama by twisting personalities rather than finding organic storylines. Electra, too, has been inconsistent, sweet in public, threatening in private. This kind of writing frustrates longtime viewers, but it also creates explosive drama. Still, fans hope the fallout will expose Ivy's cruelty and give Dylan the redemption she deserves. What's next? Spoilers confirm that Will and Electra's relationship issues kick off this week. Ivy's meddling is the spark, but the deeper problem is Electra's ultimatum. If she demands Will cut Dylan out of his life, she may not get the outcome she wants. Will's loyalty to Dylan's well-being could outweigh his love for Electra, and if Electra sides with Ivy, Will may see her in a new, less flattering light. Expect fireworks, heartbreak, and confrontations that leave fans divided. Will Dylan finally find safety? Will Ivy be exposed for her toxic bullying? And will Electra lose Will by pushing too hard? Final thoughts. This storyline is messy, emotional, and deeply relatable. It's about compassion versus judgment, loyalty versus manipulation, and love versus control. Will Spencer is caught in the middle, and his choices will define the weeks ahead. Fans are rooting for him to stand up to Ivy, protect Dylan, and demand respect from Electra. Whether that means saving his relationship or walking away, one thing is certain: sweeps are delivering the drama Bold and the Beautiful fans crave. Stay tuned, because the fallout from Ivy's accusations and Electra's ultimatum is going to change everything.